Well, hello, Libra. This is your February 2021. Libra, the first card that comes up for you is, in fact, what's in front of you right now, the Moon card. The Moon card in an upright position, where we kind of encounter the Moon. It's kind of like you're going to be able to see this path now. That's definitely leading off into the distance between these two pillars. You see these two pillars. On the other side of that path, there stands a wolf and a dog. As the wolf and dog are representing our animalistic nature. Kind of like our natural reaction or natural response to certain things that go on in life. You know, one of these animals here, like the dog, is very civilized. However, the wolf, well, it's kind of a little bit wild, feral, okay? Then you have the crawfish that's crawling out of the pond. You always wondered, what's that mean? What's that mean, right? Well, with the crawfish crawling out of that, it feels like something is standing out or stemming from the distance. Something where we can see something's coming toward us. We know something's coming toward us in the month of February. Knowing that those two towers stand on each side flanking the central path, we get that. But it also doubles invisible. So you can see we're dealing with twos. Two animals, two pillars. Now here, when we're doing this, everything in this card that we're noticing, it seems to echo the other. It always means we have two possibilities here. So during the month of February, it's telling me, just by looking at this Moon card, yes, does it talk about somebody with secrets? Yes, we know all that. But let's look deeper into this card. Seeing the possibility of two pillars, two animals, two faces. These things are indicating to me that you have a decision or choice to make between two. Some of you, this is going to be, Libras, for the month of February, you working on making a choice or decision between what you know is right and what you know is wrong. It's also a decision that you're going to think about as far as what is in proper etiquette and what is not. What is acceptable in society and what is not. For some of you, this may talk about taking advantage of a situation, of a person, of your health, of a professional, of a doctor, of a lawyer, of a family member. Or this could be somebody taking advantage of you. But you see, during the month of February, Libra, you're going to be the one that has the power to decide, will I or won't I? Will I allow this person to abuse me mentally, physically, or emotionally? Will I allow this person to have the way they want me? Or will I decide to go and meet with them on my own terms and only do things that I want to do, not what they expect me to do? For some of you, you'll be very supportive in the month of February with your family, with your sisters, brothers, children. For some of you, you will put up your boundaries and walls where outsiders or people that you no longer have relations with, or people that you've cut ties off with, or people that maybe you're forced to be away from or separated from, you will not allow them to recreate your past, and you will not allow them to also recreate a future for you from reflecting on your past. Meaning, you're not going to allow this person that you cut off, this person that you're done with, this person that you really have no dealings with. You may have a history with them, but you have no recent or current active relationship with them at this time, nor will you allow them to be in your active life. Even though, like I said, everything in this card seems to echo one another, we're still going to walk down a path. And we're going to walk a very fine line in a lot of ways. We're going to walk between conscious and unconscious. We're definitely going to deal with our tame side, our civilized side, and we're also going to show how else we can feel or be by forces of nature represented by the wolf. So in other words, somebody can either see the good side of you or they can see the other side of you that is not tamed at all. So depending on what choice they make or decision they make toward you, Libra, for the month of February is going to depend on when they get that nice civilized side of you, the little puppy, or are they going to see that wolf side of you? Oh, God forbid. Libra, let me tell you, Libras can be pushed to a certain extent or to a certain degree. And if something goes beyond that or something gets to a certain point for Libras, what comes after that gets kind of ugly. Once a Libra gets pushed over a line, and let me tell you, it takes a lot to push us Libras over a line. But when you do, everybody better hit the deck. Everybody better hit the deck. Now, I'm also going to say with this card for you Libras for the month of February, the moon's light can bring you clarity on things. And that's the beauty of this card. Because it definitely can bring you clarity, okay? It can show you, and I know this might be a little dark for some of you, and I apologize for the lighting. But this card can definitely help you to understand. And you should allow your intuition to guide you through some of the darkness that may have contributed to a lot of things going on in your life. Now, as we speak here, this moon card, again in the upright, can talk about having complications in romance, or having a complicated romance, having a complicated relationship, having issues that may create some complications for you. However, Libra's going to be real quick to decipher between the two issues or problems and come up with a very quick resolution or solve the problem quickly. Libras may also feel a little bit of uncertainty about love or relationship going on. Not sure where it's heading or where it's leading. Not sure even what it was all about from the beginning. For some of you, this could be confusion on your career path. This could be talking about confusion at your job itself. It could also be a lack of information, whether it's in a relationship or at your job, or a lack of information as far as how to do something. Maybe your training wasn't appropriate. For some of you, you may be getting an opportunity to go back to an old job coming up. I don't think that'll happen in February, but I think between March and April, you may get a phone call or an opportunity to go back to a job. First, last and foremost, on this one area, I'm speaking under your financial decisions. Be careful of lacking financial knowledge or not realizing how much you're taking or touching. For some of you Libras, you may think that $1 here or $10 there isn't much, but it will add up if it's continuously happening. Before you know it, you'll have zero. Be careful. Use caution. You've been warned. With the moon, as far as the love tarot card reading goes, when I'm talking about love and relationships, the emotions are complicated right now. For a lot of you Libras, you're not sure how you feel about this person. A lot of you hate somebody. A lot of you really dislike somebody. I hate to use the word hate, but I got to. Because some of you despise somebody for what they did, for the way they did something, because they did something, because you were hurt, because you were scarred, because you were disappointed, because you were let down, because you were tricked, because you were manipulated, because you were fooled. But a lot of you still love this person. So there is a fine line between love and hate. For a lot of you, you're going to need to do some work to get to the bottom of something. You're going to need to be sure of your intentions, or be sure of your partner's intentions before you move forward. Don't allow them to pull the wool over your eyes again. Don't allow the secrecy from the moon to reflect onto your relationship. But also, you need to understand your own emotions, your own desires, and your own motivations for doing something or going toward this partner that you know is no good for you. Ask yourself that question. What are my motives? What are my desires with this person? What are my emotions? How do I really feel about this person? For a lot of you, there's a lot of old attitudes, old behaviors, or even old beliefs, even ideas that are clouding your judgment. Many of you may be thinking about keeping something at bay, hiding something in your subconscious mind, not living up to something, not owning something, not allowing something to penetrate through. Because when you think about something that was negative, it'll affect your ability to accept the love in front of you. But when you hide that feeling, that emotion, that hurt, that pain, then you allow them to come through again. You still have hopes of trying to fix things, reconcile, make up with them. But the truth is, you haven't truly forgiven somebody for what they've done. In your past relationships, they are still haunting you in a lot of ways. There's something from each relationship that you were in the past that still haunts you moving forward to these new relationships or new opportunities. Some of you have completely lost your faith in love or in relationships or in happy endings. Some of you still believe that you're unworthy of love at all. During the month of February, prayer, meditation, and manifesting will give you profound effects on a new way to approach relationships and life in general. Now's the time to examine how you feel, why you feel that way, and reveal them to yourself, even if you're in front of the mirror, and truly accept who you are now. You are not the same person who was in that past relationship. You've grown since then. You've gotten scars, battle scars since then. You've learned so much along the way that you're not even giving yourself credit. You can now spot a liar from around the corner. You can hear somebody lying without seeing them. You may talk to them on the phone, and immediately your intuition steps in. For some of you, you may have an uncertainty. You may have a very big fear. You also, right now, may want to express yourself, but afraid of being misunderstood. For some of you, you may keep repeating yourself over and over to this person. But by the same token, they're not listening. Or they're repeating themselves to you, and you're not listening. You're needing some light shed on information or facts about a situation. Right now may not be the best time to make any big love, financial, career, or relationship decisions. A lot of you singles out there, information that's available to you right now is not complete. You're not getting the whole picture, or you're not getting all the details. If you're in the process right now, Libras, of taking any kind of financial action, dig deeper. Ask questions before you sign or agree to anything, before you pay upfront to anything. For a lot of Libras right now, confusion and uncertainty goes hand in hand. For a lot of Libras, trying to make a choice or decision is very difficult sometimes. You're always trying to weigh something out. You're always trying to get a balance. You're always trying to understand something completely, which is a good thing, but Libras, even too many items on a menu at a restaurant confuse the hell out of you. It creates anxiety. For some of you Libras, The moon card will be in reversal for the month of February. For some of you, this card will be in reversal. When it's in reversal, it indicates that you are in an intuitive period, or you have recently battled confusion, anxiety, and self-deception. It can also mean that in the month of February that you are misinterpreting how you've been feeling, but you are trying to improve on this. You definitely are trying to improve on this. There's also another answer about the reverse moon, and it's kind of meaning that the forces of the night that are bringing you confusion are starting to dissipate now. A lot of you may have been tossing and turning, struggling with ideas or thoughts, especially when you're trying to lay down and rest. For some of you, you're trying to manage your fears and your anxiety and whatever negative energies that you maybe have been facing recently are starting to slowly fade out. It's definitely going to be a liberating experience for you, but you are going to observe, witness, and experience the positive side of things. So this negative upside down is temporary, and before you know it, by the mid-February, you'll be going back to the upright position. Now, for a lot of you, understanding that the moon definitely brings light to you so that you can get clarity on something. It's going to highlight where people have lied to you. It's going to show you who's trying to deceive you. You're going to find out who's for you and who's against you. You're going to find out who your best friends really are and who they're not, or who is not. A lot of you are going to find that getting disturbed, or you're getting disturbances that are creating self-deception, trying to rob the best of you out of you. A lot of you are still struggling with deep memories and fears from the past that you must let go of. These negative energies must be released. They must be turned into something constructive. You must find a way to understand of something good that you can get out of this. Something that will no longer hold you back, no longer make you feel as if you're not good enough. There is definitely balance coming towards you, Libra, in the month of February. There is also surprises coming in the month of February. There is also something that's going to turn up unexpectedly and make you smile. Some of you may be traveling short distance in the month of February as well. There's also new starts and new beginnings coming. Somebody is wanting to make up for lost time with you. So pay attention, Libra, because February is just around the corner.